Today, let's see about how to use datetime and time zone, time delta in Python. Usually, we have to work on datetime object very frequently in our project. So I will give you the standard module available in Python to work with date and time zone, all those information. Okay. So in this tutorial we are going to see date and time, and then UTC or your own time zone specific things, and you might work on epoch milliseconds, and there is a ZoneInfo time delta. Those things we will see. The very first thing is you can create a datetime object using this datetime module by specifying all the information like month, days, seconds, minutes, hours, everything. And even you can specify your milliseconds or microseconds information for creating the object. But this is there is no time zone. When it is no time zone specific, no time zone is specified, then it is a without any time zone information. This will be without your any time zone specific information. One more thing we have to note it, this might not be useful. You don't usually create a datetime object like this, right? We will cover how to convert create a datetime object from string, and vice versa. That we will see in the end of this video. So the most useful pattern to create a datetime object is datetime.now. One thing we have to notice, whenever you do a datetime.now, you will not you will get it via local time zone. Okay, let's see this local now. So if you see this one, this is currently I'm in India IST time zone. So you could see that a date the date time is created under my IST time zone. Okay, so it is because we didn't mention the time zone information. Okay, so most of the backend will run on UTC only. So if you are developing any backend, that will be going to run in by default. If you are using any cloud platform, that datetime will be always in UTC. So until, for example, if you are deploying it on your own country, your machines are in your own country, or your project is only specific to that specific country, then you might set up your backend also in the same time zone. That is very rare, but still it is possible. Okay, so that time we should know that okay, your machines are or your machines are in your local time zone. So this object is the object you created is in local time zone. You should take care of it, because this is how it will be the objects are created and it will be persisted also. So you have to have an additional eye on what time zone your backend machine or this Python program is running on, which Linux machine, and what is Linux machine specific daytime time zone actually. Okay, so this is for safer side. If you don't want if you want a code to be running always on UTC, you have to explicitly add this step. This step is safeguard that always your backend is running UTC. Okay, because this is the usual pattern that whatever datetime object we are going to create, it will be in the UTC only. Okay, the time zone conversion usually happen in the client side. Backend, most of the time backend will be always working on UTC time. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the zone specific date time creation object like time zone.utc. You can specify, and then you will get the time zone date time in a UTC specific format. Okay, so if you want to specify your own specific zone information, then you can give the zone information and you can get the zone specific date time. Okay, yeah, but it will be rare. if you want to deviate from your UTC to your specific zone. Okay, let's go to time delta. There is one more, but it is more useful. Okay, for example, um, usually if you want to run any job where you have to specify transfer your current time to specific time, uh, start and end time, so that time you might use time delta module will help you to traverse backward or front side, on the current time. Okay, for example, this time delta is now, one thing is this in this one it is allowing us to specify, creating a time zone information. For example, 5:30 is for IST offset, so I created a time zone with the time delta. Okay, with the time delta, this is one of the use case for time delta, creating a time zone with the specific offset. Other one is, usually the time delta will be used for adding or subtracting your time from the current time. So this is one example that where you want to uh, add 2 days 5 hours from the current time, or it's a time travel between future and past. Okay, so this is giving you that you want to separate 1 week from the current time. This is more useful and it's more handy also. This minus is giving a diff object which where you can specify how much the time difference, between the current time and the previous time, right? So time delta is more handy, more useful in your code. Next one is we want to see the zone information. Okay, because um, if you want to convert your time from one zone to another zone, then you need a zone information. Please note that zone information is available only in after Python 3.9. Before that, we have to use. Before that, whoever you might have worked on PyTZ. I'm not going to explain this PyTZ for the current tutorial, but PyTZ was earlier than 3.9 version. People might be using it, and people also might be using some additional external library like Pendulum. Those things, I'm not going to cover that also. Whatever I'm covering is from native from the Python itself. Okay, so zone information I'm going to cover. So from one zone like Asia Tokyo, that we can convert to America New York. So that is also very straightforward, very simple, that you create a zone information, then use this as time zone. So the way we can convert the same Tokyo time into New York time. Okay, this is conversion from one time zone to another time zone. Okay, hope time delta and zone information is understandable. Let's go further. Next, a very important feature is how do you convert from string to object and object to string. Okay, datetime string. Object means datetime string, datetime object. Okay, so the main thing is strip p time. This p for parsing. So parsing string to datetime. So then you can use this. If you have a string like this, you can say what is your format of the string, then you can convert it into data object. Okay, that is possible. Yeah, might be you might need to know what are all possible formats available. Okay, so these are all the formats available currently. You can use either one of this format. Okay, it can be full name of the month, or abbreviated month, or day of the month, or day of the week, AM, PM, right? You can use any of this format. Well, when you are parsing as well as formatting. Okay, you can use it when it is string, you can use it to convert to object, or when it is object you can use the same format to convert to string also. So, okay, so yeah, let's go. So when you are passing it, you can give the format to convert that object. Now let's see. Then one more important thing is ISO format. Okay, so ISO format follows this standard. Okay, it's always it's hyphenated, and then there is a delimiter, which is t between your date and time. Then your fractional microseconds will be added with a dot. You can add also some offset in the end. Okay, my preference would be going with the T and Z. Okay, let's see this ISO format once. Okay, the ISO format, these are the ISO format. Okay, so this date, time, right? So my preference would be Z notation, which is Z means it's in UTC. Most of the backend will work like T and Z, and even your API request or uh, API request also will have T and Z. So as a standard form. Okay, ISO format standard form. This is my preferred one. If you are working, if your solution is specific to one country, then you can then you can use this offset format. This is preferred when your deployment is on a country specific deployment. Then you can ask the endpoint, like API endpoint, ask for the time zone itself. That will be more clear that our backend is running with 530, so our UI request is coming with 530, so it is easy to know that what time zone the request is coming. So we either go with the UTC as a fixed time zone, or ask this offset also as part of the request. Then you can convert back to datetime object in a more meaningful time zone information. Okay, so another one is, if you have a datetime object, if you want to print as a string, for example, you are printing like day is this, month is this, and year is this. Then this is, if you have an object, then you can use this whatever whatever string format notation I gave. You can use that one and convert that your data object in a desired string format. Okay, the final one is, most of the time we will also use epoch, which is a kind of long, uh, the number of milliseconds or seconds from 1970 10101, this from this time. Okay, this is also doable in Python. All you have to use is timestamp. Okay, timestamp is nothing but this float representing the seconds from unique epoch, right? And so in this one, the epoch, there is always a fractional part which is a microseconds. Okay, microseconds. If you are if you, okay, so this is how to create a timestamp from the current from date time, from the datetime object. Okay, and usually if you see 10-digit timestamp number, the whole number, then it will be always seconds from since the epoch. If you see 13-digit, then it will be milliseconds. But in Python, Hmm. Python, you have to explicitly divide this because Python, before dot, it is always seconds. Okay, so if you want to convert that, in Java it is more frequent that we use always milliseconds integer, but Java accepts only seconds level. So when you are creating a date time from the timestamp, you always have to divide by 1000. Okay, then it will give you a fractional part with milliseconds. uh, then it knows, otherwise it will raise an error because you are giving 13-digit number. Okay, so it will always accept 10-digit number followed by next dot 6 digit will be in the fractional part. Okay, so this is one of the thing to be noted, how to convert your timestamp into datetime object, and the vice versa. Hope this video is useful. We have covered datetime, zone info, time delta, and ISO format and string formats. Thank you for watching.